Hey guys, this is Steve Macdonald. I'm coming to you from the balcony of my apartment here in Sydney, Australia. It's good to be joining you to talk about changes in startup culture, digital products and services, and putting that sort of in the context of the really difficult, tough times that we're all facing at the moment. Steve Khan from Koala have asked me to do this video with you, and it's very kind of him to invite me to do it. I know that he's a big fan of the series Friends, and I was thinking about the theme song from Friends, and I won't, don't worry, I won't inflict my singing on you, but if you look at the lyrics from Friends, it says, "So no one told you life was going to be this way. Your job's a joke, you're broke, your love life's DOA. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. Well, it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year." It kind of sums up for probably most of us, if not everyone, what this year has been like so far. It's just not what we expected, and it's a crisis. But out of every crisis comes opportunity, and when things get smashed, when a wrecking ball comes through, there is the opportunity to rebuild and put something back in its place. And what we put back in place doesn't need to be the same thing. It can be much better. And we've all seen, I'm sure, online, there's videos of how nature has been bouncing back. It's been rebounding. The air is cleaner because of lockdowns. Wildlife has come back into cities because people aren't around. It just shows that we can put something back in place of what's been wrecked, in place of what's been demolished by the wrecking ball. That isn't the same, but it's better. So what are some of these changes in startup culture and digital products and services? I think most of them really were happening already. The concept that a job is security, people were starting to challenge that for a while, and it was really what gave rise to startup culture. The fact that people thought, well, I don't want to be reliant on someone to tell me what I'm worth. I don't want to be reliant on someone to give me an income, to make my existence feasible, that I can, there are ways that I can be self-reliant and to produce an income on my own, or with the support and collaboration with friends and colleagues. Job as a security has been thrown into sort of so much question now, more than ever. More stuff is being done online, and that's also been a big part of startup culture. We all know just how much time now we're spending online, and even before we were spending time online for entertainment, for social connection, for so many things. But now more than ever, we're online for everything. Because of lockdowns, because of social isolation taking place, we're doing almost everything online. All of my meetings now are done via Zoom, because I can do things here from my balcony. I don't have to travel somewhere, so I save money by not having to travel. It's, in a way, it's, yes, you lack that face-to-face contact, and that's valuable. But at the same time, it kind of makes it more authentic. You're seeing me here on my balcony, dressed as I would dress normally. I'm not dressed up because it's a meeting. I'm just me. So I'm having meetings online. I'm buying stuff online much more than I did before. And I used to buy a lot of stuff online, but now so much more because I don't want to go out. I don't want to go into places where there will be crowds. Amazon, I'm sure many of you will have read about this. Amazon in America alone have employed more than 100,000 extra people to handle the extra volumes of stuff that is being sold on their platform. It's other people selling stuff on the Amazon platform to people who want to buy stuff. So for all of those people that have been buying stuff, someone has been selling. And there is an opportunity in itself. More people are looking for stuff to buy online and are willing to buy it, sometimes even out of boredom, because people are just looking for things to do if they're stuck at home and they don't have other stuff to do. There is an opportunity to find things that can be sold online. There is a huge market. The other thing about startup culture and its relationship with digital products and services is the importance of being lean as a startup. Now, lean refers to doing things in a way that requires the smallest possible amount of resources to test, experiment, trial, rework, retest, retrial, take a few steps forward, take a step back, but commit as little resources as possible in doing it. One of my businesses in particular at present, we're finding it really difficult to get money from investors. And we thought the only way of doing this business is by getting a stack of capital together and creating this big, wonderful business. And it's just been so hard right now. People are really cautious about their money. There's so much uncertainty. It's understandable. People are really cautious about giving their hard-earned money to other people right now. So we found a way of creating the business in a slightly different model that requires much less capital. And it's so important across every business right now. Whether it's selling stuff online, which can be done at pretty low capital requirement, whether it's building an investment management business like I've been trying to do. There are ways of doing things leanly, using as little capital as possible, and letting things develop and grow, proving your concept, gaining confidence yourself that what you're working on actually does work, that people want what you're offering. And then slowly but surely, investors gain confidence in you themselves and are more willing to put more money in your hands. So that whole concept of lean startup is more important now than ever. And there's a stack of lot of stuff that you can find online if you search for lean startup, LEAN, that will teach you a whole lot about that. What I wanted to communicate to you in this video is basically that, yes, this is a horrible time. But in horrible times, there's probably more opportunities than there are in better times. Everything that we do, people are thinking about more closely, more carefully. Is this the best thing for me and for the people that I love and care about? Some existing business models probably don't get a tick for that. There's an opportunity to put something in place of those old businesses. What are those things? Well, It's going to depend on the circumstances of your own community, but across all communities. If what you are doing helps people, then you're on the starting blocks. You've found something that has the potential to win customers and to win support. Because in a crisis, more than ever, people need help. And the exact nature of that help depends on your community. You're going to know much better about your community than I can say, well, do this. In my country, not so long ago, if someone could have found toilet paper and found supermarkets that sold toilet paper, everyone would have rushed for you, because there was like ridiculous shortages. That's a silly example, but it highlights that there's different things in different places that help people right now. I've been using a couple of platforms also to outsource some work. So I've used this time myself to develop a couple of new startups that are still sort of under development, working with a friend, and we don't have the skills in particular areas. And rather than spend a lot of time trying to develop those skills, we've used a platform called Freelancer. There's other platforms similar. There's one called Fiverr, and I'm sure there's many others, but I've been using Freelancer. If you have skills, then you can find a way, you can connect with potential users of those skills on platforms like Freelancer, and you can earn income from it. And it might be the start of another source of income for you, or a primary source of income for you. It's a form of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship isn't necessarily launching a business and becoming the next Amazon or Uber or Facebook. Entrepreneurship is about becoming more self-reliant and finding ways of creating opportunities for yourself. And as I've said, that largely depends on your capacity to find things that help other people and meet their needs. And all of this, I guess, highlights the importance of resilience. And anyone who's heard me speak about the qualities of entrepreneurship will know that I place a lot of importance on resilience. And resilience, again, during a time of crisis is more important than ever. Resilience is similar to determination, but it's different, and I think it's much more valuable. Determination is just that drive, that focus, the commitment of energy and time, of what you have to achieving your goal. And that is important. It's really valuable, and it's essential in entrepreneurship. But without resilience, it's not going to count for much, because things happen, life happens. Pandemics happen. We don't expect it, but it happens. It's life. What we do expect, or what we should expect that happens, is rejection, disappointment, frustration, delays, all of those things that are just part of entrepreneurship and are also part of life. And we can be as determined as we like, but if we can't bounce back from those sorts of setbacks, then we're going to get defeated as soon as they come. And resilience isn't about being Superman. It's not about being Wonder Woman. Resilience isn't about being made of steel. It's more about being like rubber. It's not saying I'm not going to get knocked down. It's about saying I'm going to pick up again. You can knock me over, but I'll stand back up. And if you think, well, I'm not steel or rubber, I don't think I've got those qualities. Believe me, it's much easier to act like you're rubber than to act like you're steel. So keep in mind the importance of resilience and make that part of your business culture. Make that what you are about and what your business is about. Because it's not just you that needs to be resilient, it's all of us. And if your business finds some way of helping other people to be more resilient, and again, that's a wonderful starting point. You are helping people enormously and helping yourself at the same time. So 5 things I want to leave you with. This time is horrible. The wrecking ball has smashed so much, but whenever something gets wrecked, something can get rebuilt. So focus on that. Focus on what can be rebuilt. Focus on what you want to put in place of what was there before. And in my view, the best place to start for that is to focus on what helps people. Secondly, understand what security is. And if you have a job, I'm absolutely not saying throw in your job and start a business. It's absolutely not what I'm saying. Security now is more valuable than so many things. And yes, there is a level of security in a job, but it's probably not sufficient security for any of us. So if you have a job, start something on the side, whether it's building your skills in some other area or in that same area, but in a way that can be applied independently. Or start a business that can be a side project while you still have that job. Whether it's doing stuff on a platform like Freelancer, whether it's selling stuff on a platform like Amazon. If you have some skill, it might be, it might be that you know how to play chess really well. Can you teach other people using maybe a platform like Zoom? Can you teach people how to be better at chess? If you can play a musical instrument, can you give lessons over Zoom and teach people that instrument? Security is being self-reliant or being at least aware of your ability to be self-reliant. So whatever your circumstances are, build that, make that part of your life more secure. Focus on starting with as little resources as possible. The businesses that I'm starting right now with my friend, we're doing with very, very little resources because things are so uncertain. We don't know if what we're doing is going to work or not. We really, really hope it does, because it will help us and it will help other people. But we're doing it very leanly. Focus on resilience. Be as resilient as you can. Find ways to become more resilient. Maybe for some people it's things like meditation. Maybe for others it's just finding someone that you can talk to and say, guess what just happened to me? This is really shit. I don't know what to do about it. But also focus on helping others to be resilient, because none of us can be fully resilient all of the time. And sometimes it helps a lot if there's other people that can help us. And by the same token, we should be helping them to be more resilient. Give encouragement, give support, check in on people that they're doing okay. Focus on your health, both physical and mental, because both of them are really important in resilience. And in doing that, involve other people. Maybe it's like, I hate Facebook challenges, but maybe do a private challenge with people. Let's do some activity each day online together that will help us in our health, physical and mental. Because the 5th thing that I wanted to leave you with was getting back to my friend Tausif and the series Friends. In that song, the song has a happy ending because of friends. In a crisis, you need the support of other people. And in a business, it's much easier to have people to collaborate with, who understand you, who want you and themselves to succeed, who come at things from a different perspective, and who maybe when you're feeling less resilient or less determined or less optimistic, maybe they're feeling a bit more strong in those areas. And so by collaborating with other people, it helps a lot. I'm not always a fan of building a business with other people. I think sometimes it's better just to do your own thing and do it on your own. But in a time like this, in a time of crisis, in a time of real difficulty, I think it's better if you're working with at least one other person who can share the tough times and the good times with you and make both times, because both good times and bad times happen. But if you have a friend that you're doing it with, both seem to be a lot easier to handle. So that's it from me for now. Maybe we talk again some other time, but this is a horrible time, but it's not the end of the world. There's new opportunities there. Let's go and get them. Thanks, guys.